Today's episode is all about how to impress your buddies on game day. What kind of dude doesn't like ground sirloin, smoked bacon, onions? Well, actually, Dan behind the camera doesn't like onions. My friend Aleem doesn't like cheese. I don't know where you find these guys. At the end of the day, this is a burger everyone should love. I have some beautiful ingredients here. I can't wait to show you how I start this. First things first, I'm gonna grab a baking tray here, lined with parchment paper. A lot of people don't know this, but the only move is to throw your bacon into the oven. Bacon in a pan is for amateurs. This is the big leagues. We're gonna take this guy in the oven for 10 minutes at 375. Okay, so my pan is preheated on medium for my burgers. Now it's time to assemble the patties. Game day calls for a manly mix of meat. Okay, hold on. Game day calls for a manly mix of meat. What I'm using here is half ground sirloin and half ground beef. The fat content is 80 to 20. Anytime you hear that, that's 80% meat to 20% fat. 80 to 20 holds a really nice shape. This is what you want to give your buddies. This is how you want to impress them. So this is going to go into our bowl. A good burger, in my opinion, only really needs salt and pepper. So that's all we're going to add today. You have to remember we're adding the bacon, the cheese, the onions. So there's a lot of flavor going into this with the tomato and the lettuce as well. So we have black pepper and a good amount of salt. You know what? You can never have enough, so we're going to put a little bit more. It's now time to get your hands a bit dirty. Don't be a wuss about this. It's just meat, salt, and pepper. I'm gonna squeeze it together. Another really good tip too is using your knuckles, like I'm making a fist, and really flattening it out. I'm gonna remove a little handful for my buddy who doesn't like cheese. We have some beautiful blue stinky cheese, and this is what we're gonna use to make these burgers really pop. It's just about a couple ounces, and love the stinkiness of it. It's delicious. And I'm just gonna, again, squeeze these together. My crybaby buddy's gonna have the one with no cheese, but that's cool. Hey, what's up, bro? Again, using our ring mold, I'm going to press it down into your ring mold, shake it out, and then what I like to do is flip this over again and get it from the other side, because then you have a nice flat surface on both sides. That's actually a pretty big tip there. And then you get a beautiful, nice, evenly round-shaped patty flat on both sides. This is what you call a man burger. I can see big chunks of blue cheese in it, unlike Aleem's wussy burger there. But it's okay. This is only on the internet. It's only gonna be there forever, Aleem, don't worry. Burgers are all formed up. I have 3 beauties here. One without blue cheese for Aleem. And we're gonna move this over to the pan. I'm gonna be using grapeseed oil to fry these. It has a high smoking point and no flavor transfer. So it's a healthier oil to use when you're cooking. So I'm gonna put in a decent amount of oil at the bottom of the pan. Again, I'm laying it down gently. I don't wanna splash the oil by any means. You can lay it away from you if you like, feel more comfortable. These are all about impressing your guests, right? So you want to keep a good eye on these. We're going to cook them approximately 3 minutes per side. Our burgers have been down for about 2.5 to 3 minutes. It's now time to flip them over. The burgers are looking beautiful. We have a nice caramelization, golden brown crust. This is the crust that you want to get when you're cooking these burgers in a pan at home. Basting these burgers is one of the things that you can do to really impress people. This is going to take your ordinary average burger to the next level. These are going to be good. And now I'm gonna lay these down in our pan like this, and this is gonna go in the oven. It's gonna cook at about 400 Fahrenheit for 5 or 6 minutes until it's medium rare. Little tip, I have a lot of grease, a lot of fat, but it's not burnt. It's still nice and golden brown here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit over, and I love hearing that sizzle. It's one of the most beautiful noises in the world. So what we're gonna do is just take this bacon with our hand and break it up. You know, I'm gonna add a little bit more bacon. And then we're gonna take our cheese here and just lay it on top, just like this. You know what? F it. Let's add more cheese. We're gonna add even more. And now this is ready to go in the oven for about 4 or 5 minutes at 400. So we got our burgers down. They'll be in there for a few minutes. We're gonna make a fancy mayonnaise, also known as an aioli. I have a wet rag here that I just spun around, and that's gonna help position my bowl so it's not rolling all around the place when we're whisking and emulsifying the oil. Today we're gonna be using safflower oil. We're gonna use a couple of egg yolks here. We're gonna add in a bit of Dijon mustard. I have some roasted garlic here that's gonna go in after, and we need some lemon. I'm gonna take my safflower oil, you can use all of it if you want, and I'm slowly going to emulsify. Emulsifying is putting 2 liquids together that don't naturally go together. So it's starting to come together, it's starting to thicken up, I can tell. It's looking really good. In case you missed the gym workout, this is a good workout. Mayonnaise. So here's our mayonnaise. This is how you know it's done. Hold it over your head, good to go. So I'm gonna take some garlic and I'm gonna put it off to the edge of my cutting board here. This is roasted garlic. I'm gonna go through and give this a rough chop, just like this. And now here's the big tip. You want to take your knife, fingers on the back, and scrape away. And this is gonna give you a nice little paste. You can see the garlic is coming together. You can run your knife through it again, give it another chop, and then you'll see how we've turned that roasted garlic into a nice paste. Place it back into our bowl. I'm gonna add a nice pinch of salt, and we're just gonna re-whisk this together. Now our aioli is done, holding together perfectly. This is very impressive. Okay, let's take a look at our burgers. Oh my goodness. Really setting the bar high with these bad boys. Take a look at how the cheese is draped over them. This is an impressive looking burger. Take a nice spoonful. I'm gonna get this on the bottom and the top of the burger. Just like this. Pick it up if you need to. You don't want to be too chintzy on the mayonnaise. Again, this is a mayonnaise, or this is an aioli rather, that you made at home. This is one way that you're gonna be able to impress your buddies on that game day. Lay down some lettuce on our bottoms as such. Straight on top, we have our burger placement there. And we have our no cheese over here. Here's another tip as well that you want to do when you're making these. All this juice that came out, this is all flavor. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit over the top. Not much, because you don't want it dripping everywhere and making a mess. But this is all big, fortified beef, fatty flavor. So I'm just gonna work a little bit of that into the bun as well. This is gonna give us even more flavor. But again, you don't wanna put too much where it's dripping everywhere. This show is not called How to Make a Burger, it's called Cook to Impress. And this is what we're trying to do, is impress with our cooking. Let's put down the tomatoes. So now it's time to top with our red onion. I got my buddy Dan here, he doesn't like the red onion, so I'm not gonna put any on his. And we're ready to top these off. And these look gorgeous and delicious. Here you go guys, my sirloin, bacon, and blue cheese burgers, guaranteed to impress your buddies on game day. If my buddies don't show up soon, I'm just gonna eat all three myself. Enjoy the game.